I'm Tim Stevens, and as an automotive journalist, I'm lucky in that I get to test drive hundreds of different cars a year. And that means I'm also test driving hundreds of different software interfaces every year. Now, I've been covering car infotainment systems since before capacitive touchscreens in cars were even a thing. And definitely, I've got some opinions of what makes a good software system and what makes a bad one. And I hear from so many people that they get their new car home and they love everything about the car except the software interface. Either it's sluggish or it's buggy, or it straight up doesn't work with their smartphone. And so what I'm going to do today is tell you how to not only test drive your car, but how to test drive the software of your car so that you make sure that you're happy with what's going on in your dashboard, as happy as you are with everything else that's going on around you. And it starts by figuring out what exactly the software in your car can do, looking at all the features that it offers. And one of those major features is navigation. Even if you plan to navigate on your phone, it's important to know whether your car has navigation built in, even if you just use it as a backup, because it's a pretty major feature. So go into your car's navigation system if it has one and see how easy it is to use. Try to enter an address, see if the keyboard that pops up is easy and responsive enough. Search for a point of interest, see if it has your most recent local restaurant that just opened to see how updated it is. And try to map a route on here as well. See if you can go on a point-to-point journey, see if you can find points of interest along the way. And if you're in an EV, see if it'll figure out charging stops for you along the way, because it's a really important part of EV ownership these days. And again, it's worth taking a few minutes now to figure out if this navigation system can work seamlessly and easily for you now, because if not, it can be really frustrating for you down the road. Another way to find addresses and points of interest is by voice. And if your car has an integrated voice assistant, it's important to see just how good it is. Start by doing basic requests, giving it an address, even if it can plug that into your navigation system. But it's also important to try to challenge it with more nuanced things. Say, I'm hungry, and see if it brings you up with a list of restaurants. Say, I'm cold, and see if it increases the temperature of your car. And even try saying, I need a hospital, and see what this does. Does it bring you up a list of hospitals with the closest one on top, or does it just get confused? That's an important thing, because if you're in an emergency, you want to save as much time as you possibly can. So it's important to see how the voice system in your car actually works. But beyond that, look into other features that your car might offer as well. For example, does it have a wireless hotspot system built in? A lot of people are happy to just use data on their phone, but if you've got kids in the back seat that want to be playing games or streaming, it might be nice to have the car provide the hotspot rather than having to worry about having your phone do it instead. And the biggest feature that a lot of people want to have in their car is some form of smartphone projection, either Android Auto if you're on the Google side of things, or Apple CarPlay if you are an iPhone user. Just about every new car uses these systems, but there are certainly some exceptions out there, so it's important to know if your car supports that. And if so, does it do it wirelessly, or do you need to plug in? For some people, not having wireless CarPlay is an absolute deal breaker. For me, I actually prefer to plug in with a cable because it means my phone stays a little bit cooler as I'm driving. But either way, make sure that your phone works and actually take the time to pair your phone to the car and make sure that everything works seamlessly, because if you try it later and it doesn't work, it might be too late. Assuming that everything pairs and works successfully, also give it a little bit of a test drive there as well. Do you get your navigation interface from Google Maps or Apple CarPlay in the main screen, or does it come up in the gauge cluster and maybe even the heads-up display as well? A lot of modern cars will pull that navigation system and pull it all the way through, but some of them it's just stuck here, which is less than ideal. And finally, check out where all the charging options are in your car. Do you have a wireless charging pad here? Do you have USB-C ports? Do you have USB-A ports? Where are they located? Do they have enough? Is it going to keep your phone and all your devices charged on the go? These are, again, important details that you want to figure out before you sign the paperwork and not after. And that's basically it. If you can go through all those steps, it should take you maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes added on to your test drive. If you're happy at the end of that, you can go in and sign those paperwork and feel a lot more confident about the car that you're going to take home. I hope that's helpful. Make sure you take your software for a test drive before you buy your next car too, and happy driving.